Okay. Yeah, this property was bought today by a student of ours, and just a few hours ago, like 2 hours ago, you can see it was sold for 37,600. There were 75 bids, so $100 increments. Opening bid $1,600. And let's go ahead and showcase this one. And so, yeah, today it's just 10% down, so $3,760. Pay the balance within 15 days, or you can go ahead and you can wholesale it. So you could have someone else buy the contract from you, take your profit, and move on, roll it into the next. So this one on Zillow, it does show a bit more accurate to the ARV, so 150,900. So potentially walking into up to $113,000 in potential profit right there. But let's go ahead and let's also check PropWire. So PropWire's got it at 153,918. And when we come to the comps, so as long as we come in, we want to look at stuff that is similar, of course, year built, things like that. But it is commercial, so it is showing up as a 0 bed, 0 bath. So these ones do take a bit more work because you got to go ahead and open these up individually, see if it's similar. But we do have 145, 144, 262, 148, 373, 232, 100, 220. And so the reasoning here, or what we're thinking, is that this stuff that's a bit lower is more rental ready, just in good shape. And then the 220 grand, the 230 grand, anything north, anything that's higher, those are going to be the properties that are remodeled. So the range it could be higher than the 150, but we know it's at least 150, 148. You could say that is a reasonable estimate. So $37,600, 150, you could punch up to 200,000 or more. And so fix and flippers, they like that. They like to see, okay, you know what, someone has done this before, and so they know that they can attain this. And when you're looking for a cash buyer, they're going to be looking in the area for sales like that. And if that's their bread and butter, doing premium remodeling, then that's what they could shoot for, which is great. And so if you came in though, and if we said, okay, we think it's worth 150, but 150 was the top range, that would be a bit more of a struggle, right? That would be a bit more of a challenge. But in this case, 150, 148, that's more or less the bottom, and you can go up from there. So a much better position to be in. And when you're comping your properties, make sure that your ARV is not at the top, because if it is at the top, then the best case scenario is that you can hit that number versus, it either being the worst case scenario or the median. It's just some helpful things. And so today, yeah, two students bought two properties. This one, 51,100, could be somewhere with 200, 225, 250, 275. There's a lot of equity in this. This could be 150 plus. And then this one, 37.6 on 150, but could be 170, 180, 200, 225. So we're walking into, yeah, like 120 grand, 113 grand equity. And so both of these only need 10% down today. And then both students do not live in Philadelphia. And so that's what's great about the internet and technology, is that we are able to get our eyes on these properties. We are able to do all of our due diligence remotely. We can look at court records remotely. We can look at title, everything, which is pretty amazing. And so, yeah, that was today. And don't worry, because there is another auction next month. The thing is, the more we talk about this stuff, the more it draws attention to it. Someone that we work with is in Arkansas, and we used to rock Arkansas for a couple of years, but it's like the more we talked about it, the more people started attending. And so this opportunity, it could not always be like this. The thing is that these things sometimes go in ebbs and flows. Houston used to be way more competitive than it is now. And so right now there is a lot of opportunity in Philadelphia. So both of these properties, they're it's not like they're 50 cents on the dollar. We're talking like 25, 30, 10 to 30. That's the kind of range that we're at right now, which is really good. And so there is opportunity. There is so much inventory. The one thing I would say is that we really had to pivot for this auction.